honestly. We will have what we call rough conversations, but we don't fight. And our reconciliation, especially being long distance, I'm telling you, bar none, do you ever go back to your old ways sometimes? Sometimes I backslide, for sure. For sure. And it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. I was married for almost 10 years. You know what I mean? Once you adjust to one person and now you're dealing with someone completely different, oh yeah, you definitely got to switch up how you're moving and how you're responding, for sure. You know what I mean? Listening is such a challenge for relationships. I'm working on that as well. Yeah. You know, and like I said, if I could have done anything better in my previous marriage, I definitely could have listened more, for sure. Talked less and listened more. And again, that's all respect to my ex-wife, for sure. Just have to say this, fam. How about them Cowboys? Oh my gosh, please. Please. But yeah, when you revert back to your old ways, you just got to acknowledge it and actively address it. There's a difference between you telling someone that you're changing and you're showing someone that you're changing. Two totally different things. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, but what are your actions showing? What are your mannerisms exhibiting? I listen very little to words. I listen more so to actions and to body language. You feel me? I'm glad you took accountability for your past because a lot of people don't. Proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And like I said, I'm not a perfect man. You know what I mean? I don't always get everything right. However, when someone's willing to go through that with you, go through that process independently, because my healing is also not my wife's responsibility. That's mine. My happiness is my responsibility. It's not hers. What's up, Sierra? My happiness is my responsibility. You feel me? She comes into my life to add joy. Because I don't want anyone to add happiness. I want you to add joy. Happiness fades. Joy is everlasting. Joy makes you comfortable to come home every day. Joy helps you look forward to going home every day. If I gotta sit in the driveway and decompress before I walk in the house, while already having dealt with the world, people on my job, etc., it's not gonna be a war zone in my home. Absolutely not. Because you can get the fuck. Hello. What my grandma used to say, let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I holla at you. We had a good run. No, thank you. No, thank you. Before my home becomes a war zone, I will cut you out my life. And I don't give a fuck. I don't. However, simultaneously, watch this, I have to take responsibility for what I contribute to as well. And that's what I mean by active listening. Positivity, joy, and peace is a blessing, and thankful for it. Facts. I'm thankful for it as well. I'm thankful for the peace that we provide one another, the safety, the security that we provide one another, to be able to speak up and say, some people, they will suffer through a relationship because they feel like their voice isn't being heard. But for the sake of convenience, for the sake of happenstance, for the sake of situation, and let me be very clear, I'm not judging anybody. I don't sit at a place to judge anyone. Do I judge people? You damn right I do. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't, right? However, when I say certain things, I want to be clear. I'm not judging you. What I'm doing is simply acknowledging that some people stick around for whatever their insert personal reason is here. However, what I'm here to offer you, though, is freedom. The freedom to choose. The freedom to grow. The freedom to learn. Right? The freedom to utilizing your resources. And sometimes people feel like they don't have any, but I'm here to tell you that you do. And you have them abundantly. And thank you so much for the question. I genuinely appreciate that. And I recognize that sometimes there will be some overlap, especially when I'm discussing, and I say my wife, we're not legally married just yet. We are still engaged. However, I see her as my wife already. That's why I keep calling her my wife. As a father, how much does your kids play a part in your therapy and new growth? To be honest with you, a part of my healing is for my kids. My kids are 9, 7, and 5. My daughter's, she's about to be 9, because her birthday's at the end of the year. What's up, Heidi? They play a role from the standpoint of being honest, giving them the space to be honest with me, you know, giving them the space to have open and honest dialogue, a space that I didn't have as a child. You know, children are different. Children manifest and they love differently. My daughter and my two sons, they all have different personalities. And giving them the autonomy to be themselves and not trying to have them fit into some cookie cutter mold that I grew up with, that's the role that they play. The healing is also for your children to learn about yourself, to better for them as well. Facts. And sometimes, and I truly do believe that my middle child, my first son, I truly do believe that he has, like, how can I put this? Healing aspects of himself. I have spiritual gifts, and I truly do believe that I passed that to my son. And I do believe that he has healing properties within himself. His hugs, man, I'm telling you, they can heal some things that you didn't even know was going on deep down inside, for sure.
En Cox, siempre estamos un paso adelante. Por eso el precio de tu plan no subirá
for sure.
Garantizado.
But with that being said, I definitely got to wrap up at this point because it's midnight and I got to be up in 5 hours for PT. Hey, brother, I can't wait to give you a nice New York Giants flag. Have a good holiday, boss. I will never put that shit up and I will burn it. Gotta go, but these discussions were really real and healing. That's what I'm talking about, Ray. And hit me up, Ray. Let me know about some of those food spots in Richmond. And we can talk about possibly linking and maybe hitting one or two. You know what I mean? I'm familiar with you. I wouldn't mind linking up. Talk about the new mom jumped in Maryland. I'm be honest with you, I have no idea what you're talking about. Shoot me a message over on Instagram and I'll look into it. I got you. I appreciate it. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all be easy. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.